Hello and welcome to your Thursday before Christmas One Show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones. Now, separately, our guests have appeared in some of the biggest television shows and movies of recent years, from The Office to The Hobbit, Love Actually to Mr Selfridge.
Yes, but this real-life couple are about to star together in a series that has millions of fans on both sides of the Atlantic. Any idea?
Elementary, my dear Alex. From Sherlock, it's Martin Freeman.
And Amanda Abbington.
So, yes, real-life couple. And you have been for about, is it 13 years, is it now?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Is it right that it all started from a flirty text, Martin? Is that right?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just check.
I met you on a makeup bus.
Yeah, we met on a makeup bus and we got on very well. We spent the rest of the day or the rest of the afternoon...
Flirting. I think I was, yeah.
I presume that bus was at work. You weren't just on a random
No,
makeup
It was not a
bus.
random...
we were doing a job and I came into the makeup bus and I saw this very lovely woman
And then
sitting in
you
a
saw
chair.
me
And then I
behind
saw
her.
Amanda at the chair. And we just started hitting it off. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And then you went home and then
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to say
Goodbye.
goodbye. So I got in touch with the second assistant director who's in control of all the numbers and everything and I said, could I get Amanda's number? And I texted you, didn't I?
Yeah, and I got it, and it was really nice because he said I hadn't finished flirting with you.
Is that what it
yeah.
said? Dot, dot,
Yeah,
dot.
I hadn't finished, so come back to work tomorrow and we can pick up where we left off. And I knocked on his trailer the next morning and I went, hey! And
Yeah.
gave him a
And
hug.
that was
So
it?
we checked that we were both single.
Which we were.
Yeah. And
Good stuff.
we were by the end
Yes.
of the day.
Yeah.
How much do you love that, Alex? You love that, don't you?
Oh, I love stories like that. We've never had a real-life couple. This is very exciting.
Yeah.
So, if you...
You mean you're not? Come on.
Oh, come on.
No, we're not.
Don't kill us.
So if you at home started your relationship with a flirty chat of text like Martin's, well, send us a picture of the two of you, tell us what you wrote, keep it clean, and we'll read some out a bit later on. Looking forward to those.
Actually, maybe you could read some out later on.
I'd love
Yeah,
That would be
I'd love
lovely.
to. Yeah,
Good.
we would, yeah.
Well,
You're acting.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll have some music on
Well, we're
also.
moving
Now,
on swiftly from trains to safety at the station. Now, there's a new campaign out to stop people becoming a cropper on the escalator. We've got some footage that will make you crease.
Yeah.
Nobody was hurt. Watch this.
Now, that's... Never wear high heels, Martin, on the escalator. That's what happens in that case. This person... Not seriously, got to the top eventually. What's the problem there? This last one, he's got luggage and has to take the lift. You see what he does here, look? But it's not that. He decides to wait it out. He's on his way.
Still,
Imagine. If that was the Piccadilly line on the Underground, that would have been longer than his holidays.
As it gets steeper as well, you can just imagine that kind of roll-back scenario.
I just love the resigned... Oh.
Yes.
I think he broke his flask, but no one else was hurt.
But in all seriousness, I mean, we you know, there is a serious side.
Were you about to say we shouldn't laugh? It's a bit late for that.
It's hard not to.
We have
I'm sure they're delighted with the entertainment that they've created.
Now,
for
3
yesterday.
golden rules. Shall I give you them? Don't wear high heels on the escalator, or if you do, hold the handrail. Get a lift if you've got luggage. And the other one is... what was the other one? Oh, yeah, don't rush. Which is easier said than done when you're late for a train.
But Amanda, you've had an incident.
When
on
I was
the
little, I got
escalator,
stuck
didn't
up
you?
on an escalator. I got stuck on it, and they had to bang me
Which
in my...
part?
Well, it was in... I can't remember. My mum would know better because I was really young. But there was a plastic thing where the escalator handle went up, and I climbed up it.
You got wedged?
Yeah, and I got wedged,
Wow.
and they had to stop it. But my grandmother, she fell down the escalator at Angel when she was about 30, and she from the top she fell right down. Apparently her spine clicked in and clicked out again.
I have to say, though, as a child, there's nothing more daunting than getting on or off an escalator. That's a scary moment.
It's like a little initiation test.
It is, yeah. It is indeed. Tony, thanks ever so much. We could talk about this for hours. I'm sure you've got some more videos of people. We haven't got time. Anyway, thank you.
Okay.
As we mentioned, now Martin and Amanda will soon be appearing together in the return of the hit show Sherlock.
Yes, for all the millions of fans out there, there's a no-spoilers glimpse right here of Series 3. Here it is.
Oh, well. Amanda, have you seen that?
That looks good. No, I have. I was joking.
Yeah.
Just looks like a really good show, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to get your head round there. I mean, of course, Watson's now got a moustache, but, I mean, what has he been up to?
He's been up to
This.
he's
Enter
fallen...
Mary.
Don't say that.
Sorry.
Just carry on. Just carry on.
He keep it clean. It's 2 years since he thinks his friend died.
Yes, of course.
And his life has moved on. He's probably a bit sadder. His life isn't as exciting in the sort of life and death things. He's not out there fighting crimes with his mate. But what he's done, he's fallen in love. And
There's
he's,
a new
you know,
excitement.
There's a new
Say that.
excitement.
Yeah.
yeah. But it's not. But it's not life and death.
No.
It's a very enjoyable thing, but it's probably rather like a soldier coming back from a war zone. You miss those highs and you miss that adrenaline, and it can kind of leave you slightly adrift. And I think John has been probably quite a sad person until he's met Mary. They've met through work. Mary is a nurse as well, and they've fallen in love. And John is actually very happy when we join him, moustache and all. Yeah.
And resigned to the fact that Sherlock's not coming back.
Yeah.
So give us a bit of Mary's background then. Where's she come from?
I can't.
Oh, you can't. Oh, really? Well, we knew we couldn't talk about the thing. We thought we'd be safe on that one.
I can't really tell you anything.
OK,
Wow.
forget that, then park that.
I'm so sorry.
Make something up. Make something up.
It's,
But that's a lovely
good.
picture, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, look at that. Yeah,
look
there's
at that.
me with blonde hair. But no, yes, she's a nurse.
Yeah.
The end.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But the bromance between
Yes.
Watson and
Yeah.
Sherlock, you know, the chemistry between them is immense. So how is it going to work now that there's a third person?
Can you go into that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We probably can. Can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think when Sherlock returns, you know, the sort of the reunification of John
Yeah.
and Sherlock, you know,
Let's say
I
that.
suppose what people have been waiting for. That happens, and obviously for John, if you found out that your best friend is actually alive when you thought he's been dead, then that would be quite a major shifting point in your life.
Huge, yeah.
And you wouldn't necessarily be delighted with that person. And Mary, in that case, for John, is quite a stabilising third wheel in that way, because she likes him.
Yeah,
you know,
and she kind of negotiates them back together again.
And an interesting dynamic, obviously, the pair of you being together in real life, and there as well. Has that been good, bad, hard, easy?
It's great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I've always loved Amanda's acting, genuinely.
And
I've always
likewise.
thought, she's great, and no, it's true.
Yeah, no, I love
I'm a
her.
brilliant actor, and this is it now.
But what's the perks, though, of working together?
We share a car.
We share a car, we share a flat.
We saw each other as well because we hadn't
Yeah.
seen each other for a long time when Martin was doing the Hobbit.
'Cause when you-
so we
'cause
got
it-
to
Of
see
course.
each other.
Yeah, because we do most of Sherlock in Cardiff, and obviously Cardiff isn't as far as New Zealand, which is what we have done over the last few years, but it's on the same landmass, but it's still, you're not together. So it did mean literally, as far as a perk as a couple goes, means you can work together and see each other, and
Yeah,
go out
you
for
got to
dinner
spend-
and
yeah.
have breakfast together.
And you don't have to have that phone call when you're on the way about all the
No.
stuff that you did at work.
No, exactly, and we can dissect it and talk about it, and it's lovely.
Run
Okay.
lines together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, if we can't talk about the series that's coming up, we
So
can, of course, talk about the last series. And it's fair to say that, well, it left us on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So, Al, let's have a bit of a recap.
OK, Sherlock summoned his nemesis Moriarty to the roof of a hospital. Moriarty told Sherlock that all his friends would be killed if Sherlock refused to jump. Moriarty shot himself. Sherlock jumped.
But the question is, how did he survive that fall? Well, we asked a couple of crime masters to come up with their own theories.
It's been 1 year, 339 days, and about 23 hours since Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock jumped to certain death from that very rooftop. Only he didn't die, did he? Because we saw him at his own funeral. So how? How did he do it? I've enlisted the help of a couple of people who know about this sort of thing to look at the evidence and try and work out the mystery. Dick Kirby, not an easy man to fool. Ex-Flying Squad, he's dealt with some of the most devious criminals of his time. Alison Joseph, a crime writer who understands a criminal mind and the darker sides of life. This is where it all took place. Now let's talk about some theories.
I think the most significant thing is that Sherlock was in control of the situation. He'd chosen the venue, he knew Molly and the pathology labs.
I think that's spot on. He had got Moriarty where he wanted him, and he had got Watson where he wanted him as well.
What do you need?
You.
At that point, he behaves completely out of character. We've never, ever seen Sherlock go up to anyone and say, I need you.
Was he manipulating poor
no.
Molly?
No, I don't think he's manipulating. I think he means it.
I don't think so. I think that Sherlock is such a cold fish that he just really does want to manipulate her.
Let's talk a little bit about Watson. Why was he made to stand here, Dick?
Stay exactly where you are. Don't move.
It was important because from here, Watson could see Sherlock jump off the roof, but he would be unable to see the actual landing.
So Watson comes over here.
It's very important for Sherlock that Watson doesn't get there straight away.
Could it not have just been an accident?
No.
I think we agree on that, don't we?
We certainly do, yes.
Yes.
Watson, who is a medically trained doctor, feels for a pulse, and there isn't. How has he managed to do that?
You can tuck a rubber ball under your arm and actually prevent your pulse from registering.
Now, we also see a group of people swarm towards the body. Could they have got to the body that quickly?
I don't think so. I think that they have got to be associates of Sherlock because they have got to surround the body and then spirit it away out of everybody's sight.
I'd love to hear your theories now. How did he manage to fool the world and fake his death?
I think it was Moriarty who landed.
As long as I'm alive, you can save your friends. You've got a way out. Well, good luck with that.
So you think it was Moriarty that was thrown off the roof with a Sherlock mask on? What do you think happened?
Right. Sherlock jumps off the roof, lands in the back of a lorry, which breaks his fall. He rolls over. He's found here on the pavement, lots of fake blood, and he's whisked away.
Hang on a minute. I think I've actually cracked this.
Now, we just have to say, please don't try that rubber ball trick at home. Can be very dangerous if you're not Sherlock.
Yes.
Because he's all right. He can do... Your theory was in there.
Yeah, I'm not saying any. I don't want to be responsible for giving anything
Okay.
away. Anyway, so we will have a little look at the faces of the two of you. Did we get anything right there? No. OK, well, I guess we'll just have to wait till 9 p.m.
It was the rubber ball.
Yeah, 9 p.m, New Year's Day. I, for one, cannot wait.
But the thing is, Martin, when you're filming this in central London, how on earth do you keep it a secret?
With great difficulty, actually. I mean, there's kind of there's little dummy runs and red herrings, and you know, when we were filming around this very thing for this new series, for the first episode of when we answer this question, answer this riddle, there were hundreds of people watching. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of people out there watching, trying to get glimpses and clues. So yeah, we kind of have to sell them dummies and red.
So you sort of do a real life Sherlock whilst
kind of, yeah.
You filmed dummy. Mark and Andrew filmed a.
They did.
You know,
they might have not. Something may have happened. But yeah, it's very, very difficult to keep under wraps because obviously in an age of high technology and fast technology, people, as soon as they get wind of anything, they're tweeting and texting.
Of course. There were lots of different versions.
Lots of different versions. And some of the ideas we've heard are not necessarily that far from the truth.
Right.
Well, all eyes are on this second series. And talking of second series...
Yes, in January, Mr. Selfridge is back. And you, of course, play head of accessories.
Yes.
Back on. Now, earlier on, we asked you to send in your flirty texts, if that's how you got together, as Martin and Amanda did. So off you go, guys. Who wants to read first? Go on.
Lucy and James. Lucy and James met at college, and their texting question was, I'm great at English, you're great at maths, together we can learn a lot.
Very good.
Jamie and Nikki from Birmingham texted, I feel like a kiddie in a sweet shop who can't touch.
Very good.
Sarah and Johnny said, it's your driving test on Tuesday. Fancy a drink to celebrate? Johnny replied, make it a meal, and it's a date. Hey! That's all for tonight. Thanks to Martin and to Amanda.
Thank you.
Sherlock starts on New Year's Day at 9 p.m, BBC One.